Hey guys, welcome back to the another episode. Movies is something that I really enjoy apart from books. I used to watch a lot of movies in my college days. Equally, obviously, I used to read also books also, but in the free time while traveling or while going to the college, while in the bus, I used to watch movies in those free time because when you don't get time to read, then it's better to watch movies. So I watched a lot of movies. I'm going to recommend 10 movies that will help you to understand life better, that will give you the new perspective. I usually don't make videos on the book recommendation, but if you guys want me to make book recommendation video every month, like what I do in the what type of books, what type of movies I watch in every month, then make sure you comment down and let me know if you want to make this kind of video every month. So I have divided this video into the four part. First one we are going to talk about the Bollywood movies. Second one we are going to talk about Hollywood movies. Third one we are going to talk about animes or the Japanese movies. And fourth one we are going to talk about Korean or K-drama, because I have read a lot of books on these different things, and I also watched a lot of Japanese and the Korean drama. But if you are just starting, then these will be the beginning guide for you, or these are the movies or K-dramas that you should definitely watch. So let's get started. Let's first start with the Bollywood movies, because those are something we really love. We enjoy those kind of movie. Most probably most of you guys have already watched this movie and you already know the story, but the reason is you should watch them again if you are into the career point, if you are into the 2025. So you should watch them again just to understand or just to look at those movies with a different perspective. The first movie I want to talk about is Wake Up Seed. So Wake Up Seed is, I watched this movie in the last year of my days, in fourth year of my college days, and still this is my favorite movie because we lot of go through these kind of phases. Like it's a story about a seed who is from a rich background, who has all the things are readily available, but the problem is he lack personality. He don't have a kind of a personality. He's family, he has a family business, उसके डैड का business होता है, और ये after graduation he want to join that business, but वो join करता है, लेकिन after few days he left that business, even he left the house. Then उसके बाद आयशा की entry हो जाती है. Then they talk about few things, about life, about career, and the reason Aisha don't love Sid just because he don't have personality when he's from the rich background. The reason you should watch this movie because it's help you to understand, even if you are from a good background, what things may go wrong or what are the things you should focus on. So that's the reason that movie is one of my favorite. It's talk a lot about your life, your personality, your business side, your mindset, and a lot of those topics you will understand just because of watching this movie. The second my favorite movie is nothing but Zed MD, that is Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. It's a story about Imran, Kabir and Arjun. Before they get to the Kabir's wedding, they wanted to do the bachelor's party and they go on the Spain vacation, and वहाँ पे वो सारी चीज़ें होती है. Obviously you guys have watched this movie, so I don't have to talk a lot about this one, but if you have not watched, I will highly suggest you to check out this movie because this will help you to understand what are the things important in life. ZNMD will help you to understand your life differently. That will give you three different perspectives from three different career point, and what thing you should focus on, what are the things really important in your life that you should definitely focus on. So all of these will cover in that movie. If you already watched, then I will suggest you to go watch that one again or once again, so you will get a new perspective or you will see some new kind of thing. I usually watch JNMD by AJ1 AJ1 and then Wake Up Seed, kind of these kind of movies every year, to just to see how I look at the character differently, or how we see, or the way same way we read the book every year, some kind of books, to see how the book is changed or how we are changed. So the same way you can definitely check out this movie. Now let's talk about the Hollywood movies. Hollywood movies also, are one of my favorite movies, but there are few movies I definitely love that same way, the way it changed my perspective. These are some of the movies that have changed my perspective. The first movie, it's from the 1997, that is Good Will Hunting. It is a story of a Matt who is a 20 years old guy who is brilliant, who is genius. Like he is expert in mathematics and chemistry. He know how to solve the problems. He is kind of born with talent or kind of hidden talent, but he don't know his own potential. He don't know how to use his potential to get new kind of opportunity. This story is all about hidden potential, how someone can help you to get rid of that depression kind of thing, and that will help you to understand your hidden potential. So that's the reason you should definitely watch Good Will Hunting. At some point this movie also become little bit boring because it's very very old movie. It's kind of 1970s movie, and it's really hard to the way we see today's movie and the way those movies are made are quite different. And if you enjoy that kind of movies, then definitely you should watch Good Will Hunting. The next movie you should watch is Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump is a kind of movie that I believe that everyone should watch. This is a kind of movie about the low IQ, because we face a lot of time because we don't have knowledge, we don't have skills that will top-notch skills or the first ranker skills, and we always want to be that person. But this movie will help you understand how even if you have a low IQ, and even if you have low IQ, still you can do a lot of good things. So it's a story about Tom Hanks, who has a low IQ, literally low IQ, but with good intention. And he only cares about his childhood friend Jenny, like he wanted to spend time with her and a lot of those kind of thing. Again, he joins, in the Vietnam, he joins the army camp. He also tried to get new friends and try to make new friends, but eventually he lost interest in all of those things. He only cared about her childhood friend Jenny, but she also kind of messes her life, and all of those topics out, the love kind of topic, plus if you have low IQ, plus if you have disadvantages, but how you, with good intention, you can do a lot of good things in life. So this movie is all about that. Definitely watch. It's a good movie, little bit boring also, but a definitely good one to understand life even if you have low IQ. The next movie you should watch is Theory of Everything, the story of Stephen Hawking and her friend Jane, जो एक दूसरे के प्यार में पड़ जाते हैं. बट एट द 21 स्टीफन हॉकिंग रियलाइज दैट उसे मोटर न्यूरॉन काइंड ऑफ थिंग है, सो उसे उस डिसीज के साथ जीना पड़ता है. स्टिल ही एंड हर फ्रेंड दे काइंड ऑफ try to understand the new theories, try to understand time, a lot of new things. You already know a lot of those things, but if you have not watched this movie, if you have goals, if you have desires to achieve something, then you can definitely achieve a lot better than what you imagine. So make sure you watch Theory of Everything just to understand how to achieve your desires or how to achieve your goals. Next movie I want to talk about is The Social Network, the story of Facebook, how Facebook started, what are the things happen in the Facebook, how they moved from the one city to another, how it go for the venture investment, and a lot of those things. We all use Facebook, but we should know how the Facebook started and how we betrayed friends and the law case, everything about that. I guess most of you guys have watched all of this movie, so I am not going to talk a lot into the detail about this movie, but it will more be like a spoiler, and I don't want to give spoiler right now. So if you have not watched this movie, you should definitely check out the Facebook story, The Social Network. Next and last Bollywood movie I want to recommend is The Pursuit of Happiness, which is launched in 2006 I guess. And this movie is all about understanding life. Like, life is a struggle, everyone knows that. If you want to enjoy life, then you also have to enjoy ups and downs, you have to enjoy all the struggles, all of those things you have to enjoy. And this is a story about the father and son duo. Like, there are few quotes from this book I also enjoy. You should definitely check out the quotes of this movie. You will definitely able to connect with that. This movie is all about life is a struggle, but if you are passionate, if you have the desire, if you want to survive, then you can do a lot of things. And this story is all about that, about the Will Smith and about his children, how he moved from one to another apartment, then he get into the business. Even if he is not making any kind of money, still he tried to do a lot of things just because he had son and he want to survive in this world. Now let's talk about some Japanese anime, because in the Japanese there are two movies or two series that I'm going to recommend, which I believe that really good as compared to other. I have already watched the Death Note, I have watched the Naruto, even One Punch Man. I have watched all of these animes, but there are few animes that I believe that everyone should watch. The first one is Attack on Titans. Attack on Titan is a story about three young boys whose when the attack on Titan happens, then the story gets started, and a lot of new mystery unfolds. There is a lot of suspense in the attacks of Titan, and there is a twist at every damn time there is a twist. I'm yet to finish Attack of Titans. It's around, I'm around 30 episodes down, but there are a lot of, like, around 100 or 300 episodes. I don't even know how many episodes are there, but I'm definitely going to watch this. but till then I feel that this is going to be the bungee jumping ride, kind of a roller coaster ride, because right now this is going absolutely great. And I believe that everyone should watch Attack of Titan. That will help you to see the world differently, that will help you to understand your life differently. The next one I want to recommend in the anime category is The Grave of the Firefights. Well, this is a definitely great one, I will say, because its story start with the World War II story about Saita and Satsuke. So उनकी mom जो dead हो जाती है because of the bombs and everything, she is dead. Now ये दोनों ही है, इन दोनों की life है. Now they want to go for the food, they want to go find the shelter, like they want to find everything to survive in this world. So how they started from that point, because they are just teenagers, like literally teenagers, and they don't even have idea how the life is, how the world is, how the world cruel is. They don't even have idea any about it, but they try to escape from that bombard, like bomb wala scene, and after that their life starts. And in that life they want to find food, they want to find shelter, they want to find things to do, they want to do a lot of things. So how that survival story starts and what are the things to do, it's a mysterious story, equally emotional story. It's a simple story about survival, because the boy and sister, they have to find everything just to survive in this world. But there is love, there is emotions, there is happiness, rage, everything in these series. You will find a lot of those emotions in these movie actually. Now let's talk about some Korean drama or Korean movies that I really enjoyed. I watch a lot of Japanese or Korean movies because those, I believe, that kind of gives you different emotions, different culture, different idea about life. So the first Korean drama or Korean movie I want to recommend is True Beauty. The reason I'm recommending this, it's latest release, I believe. The reason I'm recommending this because it has something that we all kind of people, we all students go through this. The first one is inferior complex, because it is a story of a college girl who is into that college, but she has a lot of inferior complex. She is kind of feel like ugly, she is don't have beauty, she is a kind of bully kind of a girl, and she literally don't have a big inferior complex. And we all go through inferior complex in our life, whether it is school, college, or even into the corporate life. We all go through inferior complex and we feel inferiority as compared to others. That's the reason I'm recommending this movie, because you should accept however you are, whatever you do, and it's a story about that thing only. The story start, the movie story start with simple thing that about the college. She has inferior complex. After that she moved to the another school, and then she, in the meanwhile, she learns how to do makeup, how to put the makeup on face by watching tutorial. And if she becomes overnight famous, she get to know a lot of new things. And then there is one boy, like she don't even, without makeup, she don't even come like front of the TV, front of anyone. And then there is a boy जिसकी entry हो जाती है, and he is a kind of boy who sees उसे without makeup, like he don't even without makeup उसे देखता है. और then the real story starts, like he beg for him like not to show or not to tell anyone about those things. So what happens at the end is really interesting. I will highly suggest you to check True Beauty, that is Korean drama. Last Korean drama that I want to recommend is The Hairs. It's a story about Lee and Park. उनके लाइफ के बारे में है, like how their life is involved, what are the things they going through this. It's a story, it's basically a love story. It's not like a kind of a big or mysterious thing. But the reason this movie is really important, because in the teenager life we go through a lot of problems, like school problems, love problem, family problem, a lot of problems you go through it. How to deal with that, what are the things we should focus on, all of those topics will help you to understand in this Korean drama. Let's not just focus on love part, let's focus on the other part also, where you will understand your family importance, you will understand teenager problems, you will understand family problems, and how to deal with those kind of problems. The Hairs is all about how you can embrace the story, how you can focus on the good points. This Korean drama start with actually United States, then move back to the Korea and their hometown. Again they talk about their family relation, about their cousins and everything, because it's also a story about rich family and rich family friends, all of those topics. But it's more about the family problems, it's more about the teenager love and how to deal with that, how you can embrace all of those problems. So make sure you check out all of these movies. because I believe these are the really really good one movies. Obviously there are ton of movies that I have watched and that I would love to recommend, but only if you guys are interested. So let me know in the comment that do you want me to recommend movies every month. So I will probably make video every month on the movies or on the animes I have watched, and I will try to make up that video. Or else if you don't want to make video, then I will definitely suggest all of those movie in my newsletter. So make sure you check out the newsletter, make sure you join the newsletter by link in the description, so you will get all of those updates, weekly updates, that what I do in the week. If you're more interested in books, then make sure you watch out this video where I shared must read books for you. And if you're more interested into the audiobooks, then make sure you check out this video where I share the best audiobooks app that will